Before we get started with this video, there are 3 important rules I need to establish right off the bat. 1. This video is not a response to the individual who presented the idea I'm about to disagree with. This video, for the most part, is going to solely focus on the ideas presented, not on the individual presenting them. 2. Do not insult or harass, in any way, shape, or form, the video creator featured in this response, which leads into 3. If I catch you hurling abuse at the content creator featured in this video, you will be blocked and banned from the YouTube channel. YouTube provides me with a full list of everyone who is subscribed to my channel, and once this video goes up, I will be keeping a close eye on my comment section and the comment section of the featured video creator. So again, if I catch you hurling abuse at the video creator, you'll be blocked and banned from the channel. The purpose of this video is to have a reasonable and rational conversation on a topic concerning video games. You have been notified, you have been warned, on with the video. Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. On July 15th, 2017, YouTube channel Downward Thrust uploaded a video called The Real Story Behind the Crysis Franchise. As of recording this, the video has over 140,000 views, over 6,000 likes, and over 200 dislikes. Outside of the misleading clickbait title for the video, it is objectively a fine, well-made video. However, I take great issue with, and I wholeheartedly disagree on one certain idea presented in this video. I'm going to talk about this idea and why I disagree with it and why I find it to be both dumb and a little dangerous. I would like to emphasize that we are talking about the idea presented, not the individual presenting the idea. We can have a conversation about a topic without making it personal. So, 6 minutes, 17 seconds into the video, this is said.
I'll go so far to say that Crysis 3 is a great game, but it doesn't mean anything if the game doesn't sell well.
This is also reiterated at 7 minutes, 49 seconds into the video.
And I think Crysis 3 succeeded in bringing the best out of the franchise. But none of that actually matters when people choose not to purchase Crysis 3.
This idea that a great video game, or a video game with positive merits, that all the video game's successes, everything it does well, is pointless, useless, to be completely discredited if the game doesn't sell well. I find this idea to not only be ridiculous, but in a sense, dangerous. It sends a dangerous and dumb message to both the gaming community and the game industry. And let me share my opinion on why that is. First off, I personally find it unreasonable to not give credit to games that do things well, are successful in certain categories. I also wholeheartedly believe that a game's successes, its triumphs, hold weight, hold merit. They are meaningful. If a video game has a good story, it should be acknowledged. If a video game has good gameplay, then it should be acknowledged. If a video game has good graphics, then it should be acknowledged. Saying that all of a video game's successes, all of its positive traits, are worthless and meaningless if the game doesn't sell well, implying that units sold is the only important and qualifying factor for if a good game should be celebrated for its good merits. Well, my god, there's just so many negative repercussions for that way of thinking. Worse yet, if that was actually the truth, if that was actually the case, if that actually reflected reality, which I wholeheartedly believe it does not. First off, in terms of how this idea negatively affects the game industry, well, one, it's completely demoralizing to video game developers. You're sending them the impression that all their hard work is meaningless, worthless, a waste of time if their game doesn't sell well. That somehow popular reviews don't matter. That somehow critical acclaim, getting fan mail, being told how much they love your game. That games being acknowledged and appreciated on an artistic scale, on an artistic level, doesn't matter. But it does matter. It absolutely matters. When you present the idea that being a good video game doesn't matter unless the game sells well, you imply that video games are nothing more than products, that the art forms that video games are doesn't matter. That Dragon Cancer, a video game concerning a family's grief over their loss of a child to a deadly disease, that game resonated with people and affected people deeply, emotionally. It won a Game Award. Oh, but with the idea you're presenting, That doesn't matter. That Dragon Cancer doesn't matter. All its critical acclaim doesn't matter because it didn't sell well as Call of Duty. Do you see where I'm coming from? Do you see where I'm getting at? When you present the idea and you imply that a video game's merits doesn't matter unless the game sells well, you completely exclude the art side of games. You completely exclude the effort and the drive and the passion that these developers put into making their games. So all the hours these devs spent slaving away, creating the visuals, the sound effects, writing and rewriting the script, hiring voice actors, all the coding, the immense group effort that it takes into making a AAA game or even an indie game. All of a sudden, all of that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's worthless. It's meaningless. Unless the game sells well. I guess the personal human experiences that both the creators and the customers go through experiencing and making the product, oh, that doesn't matter because the game didn't sell well like Call of Duty does. Why should video game developers bother making good video games anymore then, eh? Why should they bother putting in passion and hard work? If selling copies is all that matters, and video games like Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto, League of Legends, I know that's free to play, but bear with me, Minecraft, The Sims, these are the best-selling video games of all time. These are the most profitable video games of all time, so I guess they're the only games that matter. And if they're the only games that matter, if they're the only games that sell well, then I guess all future video games should be nothing but clones and copies of the best-selling video games of all time, since sales is all that matters. And if sales are all that matters, then why bother experimenting? Because if you experiment, if you try something new and different with your game, and it doesn't sell well, then I guess that risk didn't matter. I guess that effort and creativity didn't matter because it didn't sell well. No! I'm sorry, no, I cannot agree with this idea. I cannot agree with this mentality. I cannot agree with this thought process. Creativity, passion, hard work, taking chances, taking risks should be celebrated. Okay, the game didn't sell well. That doesn't mean what was done with that game. That doesn't mean the positive quality, merits, and traits of that video game are all of a sudden null and void. It's disrespectful, cynical, pessimistic, negative, and just unhelpful. Saying that, oh, you did a great job with this video game. Too bad it doesn't matter because your game didn't sell well. Doesn't help the devs. It doesn't help them improve. It's not going to help them make better games. It's not going to help them make a game that's going to sell better. I humbly recommend that instead we analyze what a game did right, what we like, what we dislike, what we agree, what we disagree with, what's objectively good about the game, what's an objective flaw about the game. What did the game do that is genuinely good and doesn't need to be improved or changed? What did the game do that is genuinely not good and can be improved or changed? What about the game didn't appeal to a wider audience? Can you make the game appeal to a niche audience? Does the game need better marketing to sell well? There's so many factors at play here. There's so much to think about. There's so much to look at and talk about that just boiling it down to, oh, this game is good or bad, but that doesn't matter depending on how many units are sold. The idea, the implication that the actual contents of the product, of the work of art, have no meaning and units sold is the only quantity of value that should be acknowledged? I simply can't agree with that. I can't. Effort is effort. Quality is quality. It exists. It's there. It can be acknowledged. It can be appreciated. That includes the individual and personal effects art or products can have on you. Okay, Crysis 3 didn't sell well. So the fun I had playing that game now doesn't matter? It's pointless? Who are you to say that? What position of power and authority do you have to say that my personal experiences don't matter? Okay, Crysis 3 didn't sell well. Does that mean the efforts, the hard work, the sleepless nights, the days the developers had to spend away from their families making this game, that commitment, that effort, it's now pointless and meaningless? Their personal experiences no longer don't matter because the game doesn't have the sales numbers of Call of Duty. How these developers improved and learned and made their game better. How they listened to critique and criticism to help build the next game. That doesn't matter because the game doesn't have Call of Duty sales numbers. Now, this is the only time in the video where I'm going to personally acknowledge the video creator, Downward Thrust, Mr. Tone Loc. Tone? Mr. Loc? You know, one of your favorite video games of all time, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, technically, didn't sell all too well when compared to the other games released in 2015. Because if we look at the top 10 best-selling games of 2015, The Witcher 3 isn't even in the top 10. The Witcher 3 wasn't even one of the top 10 best-selling games of 2015. So does that mean The Witcher 3 doesn't matter? Because The Witcher 3 is a great game. but it didn't technically sell all that well in 2015. You've applied this mindset that Crysis 3, despite being a great game, that doesn't matter because it didn't sell well. Well, The Witcher 3 is a great game. I know it's one of your favorite games. Does that not matter? Does it not matter because it didn't sell well? If we apply your logic and the ideas you're presenting from Crysis 3 to The Witcher 3, because I guess the only games that mattered in 2015 were Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Madden, Fallout 4, Star Wars Battlefront, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, Mortal Kombat X, another Call of Duty. I guess those are the only games that mattered that year. There were no other games in 2015 that mattered. Again, just applying your logic and your idea here. And let's look at the top 10 best-selling games of last year in 2016. It looks like the only video games that mattered in that year because, again, apparently sales for a video game are the only thing that matter, not their quality, not their merits, not the new innovations they bring to the table. It's only sales, which is why Call of Duty, once again, Battlefield, The Division, Madden again, Grand Theft Auto again, another Call of Duty again, Final Fantasy. I guess these are the only games that mattered. Yep. No other games came out in 2016 that mattered. Not Doom, not Titanfall 2, Inside, Superhot, Firewatch, Dark Souls 3. Yeah, none of those games mattered because they didn't sell well. Forget their beautiful visuals, well-told stories, awesome gameplay. Because being a great game doesn't matter. Selling well is the only thing that matters for video games. Yeah, that's gonna have to be a giant nope from me. I simply cannot agree in any way, shape, or form. Good video games do matter. Video games being good does matter. All the effort, all the passion, all the personal experiences involved with video games matter. They do not all of a sudden cease to matter based on units sold. However, this is all just my opinion. This is all just my personal perspective. Please, everyone, share yours in the comment section down below. I really do think that this is a topic really worthy of in-depth discussion, so please let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section down below. I've shared mine, what are yours? If you like this video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. And the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved in the video. If you hit the like button, if you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter and Facebook. If you want to help out and support me directly, well, there's always Patreon, and that's been a video. I'll see you all later. Oh, and little side note, I really meant what I said at the beginning of this video. Be respectful, be mature. If I catch anyone insulting, harassing, hurling abuse at YouTuber Downward Thrust, you will be blocked and banned from the channel. We're here to talk about ideas and topics, not individuals. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, for real this time.